Charlton 1, Southampton 5. This was insanity. We were doing the watch along of Coventry West Brom, and this game was going on at the same time. And there were 4 goals by Southampton in 8 minutes. I think it goes like 16, 18, 20, 22. Absolutely incredible. And when you consider that Charlton are good, and they're good defensively, and they're good at home, and Southampton have not been good this season, and not clicked, and have quality players that haven't been delivering. For that to, I know someone said in the comments in the watch along, well, they've been underperforming their XG, and it was a kind of tongue-in-cheek comment of, well, there you go. That's probably evened all of that up just in an 8-minute period with all those goals flying in. But yeah, just absolutely incredible by Southampton. Manning, Armstrong, Yanda, Azaz, and then Azaz gets another one just before half-time, and they are 5-0 up at half-time. Lloyd Jones heads one in. Nathan Jones, keen to point out that he had 2 of his first-choice defenders out, and Bree is on loan from Southampton and obviously exempt from playing. But yeah, just one of those weird ones where a game just goes a certain way, and I think things get in people's heads on the pitch, and one team grows and another one shrivels into pieces, and they just seem to be walking right through the middle of the Charlton defence and just counter-attacking with massive confidence and quality. And you'd just be fascinated to know what Will Still is probably thinking watching that, when he couldn't get a tune, he couldn't get goals out of these Southampton players, and they have been utterly, utterly ruthless for Tonda Eckert today. And they've been ruthless for Tonda Eckert, the interim boss, over 3 games now, because they've won all 3 of them. Now, I'm not suggesting this is what Southampton are doing, but as a rule, I don't agree with the Alan Sheehan paradigm that we've got there. Or who was it for Cardiff? I can't quite remember. They had someone, was it Omar Reitz and maybe someone before him, Mark Hudson? I can't remember. But if you're running a football club and you have a staff member who essentially replaces the manager as interim boss, has some good results, and then you hire them, that doesn't strike me as the most forward thinking. However, when it comes to Eckert and Southampton, there is a bit of a Keith Andrews at Brentford type thing, where if they liked him and just wanted to bring him in and get him in the mix there, and I think he was doing the under-21s, that it might not be as straightforward as just, oh, right, you take the team, you know, you can do it, fine, while we find a new manager. Oh, you won some games, you can have the job. It's not that straightforward, is it? I think there's something a bit more to this. And I think the noise is coming out of Southampton about, oh, he'll still be taking the team after the international break, means that along with the results, you can't ignore the results, but they shouldn't be as significant as some people make them. But you give them what significance you will, he's doing a fair old audition to get this job, and it feels more realistic than ever. Go figure, after a 5-1 away win, yeah, that he's actually going to get this job, and Eckert is going to be the long-term manager for Southampton. And it's difficult when the guy's had 3 games interim and won all of them. It's faultless, so it's difficult to argue against. But yeah, we'll see what Southampton are going to come up with. Remember, we're in the midst of a 3-game week, so I mean, even if they were to do something this week, it's not going to land until next week. So he's got another 2 games coming, and you know what happens if he goes 5 for 5? Who knows? Who has Southampton got in midweek? Leicester. Interesting. 2 Year 1 parachute teams go head to head there. But yeah, Nathan Jones pretty magnanimous about this. Held his hands up, beaten by the better side. Move on. Don't do it again. Charlton 1, Southampton 5. Although Southampton fans are going to hope they do it again every single week. 5-1 to the Saints.